Good day, everyone. My name is Hilton. Welcome to another episode of Market Views, where we discuss what has been happening on the market in the previous week. Today, I'm with Rufaro as usual, and we're just going to have a small chat on what happened on the ZSC last week. I think it's quite to note that you are seeing a bit of positives on the exchange. Regarding the past 2 weeks, everything has been negative. Rufaro, just give us your sentiments on what has been happening on the exchange for week ending Friday.
Okay, thank you, Newton. So I see the correction is somewhat coming to an end. We're starting to see some positive return from some of the counters on the ZSE. Probably it's worth noting that overall, over the week, last week, the OSHA was up 0.02%, with the top 10 up 0.06%, as compared to the past 2 weeks where we were down 4 and 6% respectively over the week. So probably the market is shaken off and corrected, and we could be looking to back to the Buran time, with suspension lending has been lifted, so money can now flow back in the economy.
All right. I think it's quite interesting, and now expect more counters to go up. I think, notably, last week we had quite significant gainers, and only four counters in the negative. Mainly, I think Mashonaland was leading with about 330,000, with the value up more than 50%. What is your sentiment on the type of counters we have on our rises for the last week, and also the what do you think will happen in these counters? I think it's quite interesting to know that last week we had NTS losing our weekly movers, but on the Monday it corrected back, losing the whole 14% it had gained in the past week. So, what do you think is up with the counters we have this week?
Exactly what we explained last week, that you then have to check at the volume to see. So probably you can have a cumulative 15% increase, but with 400 shares having exchanged hands. So those are usually your retail clients in the market. So it doesn't necessarily mean that the whole sentiment in the industry pertaining to that counter. So I think it clearly explains what happened to NTS. It was just some small trades, and even as it retraced back, there were no significant trades to talk about, really.
Yeah, I think for the last week we had Econet coming up with top five gainers for the week, trading something around 2.4 million. Uh, are we seeing, as we highlighted earlier, we are seeing counters coming up, firming up, I would say. So maybe in this coming week, we might expect these same counters, our blue chips, to have a bit of strength as we come into to the end of the month. Uh, Also, on our volumes for the last week, seeing quite a slight decrease, but what do you think is there to get for what's been happening on the exchange in terms of volumes and value?
Okay, so I think the way the week started, it started with very low volumes on a daily basis, and as the week progressed and as it approached the end, the volumes started to increase, and we actually expect the volumes and turnover to get back to their normal numbers. Like we were saying, when you are in a beer and some are hesitant to sell, that's why we're seeing a decrease in the amount of activity that happens, because some of the investors are there for the long run, and they are saying is the market is decreasing, probably we just need to hold tight. That's why we're seeing suppressed activity on the market, really.
All right, thank you. I think you've given quite a good highlight in terms of volumes and values. So, moving on our top 10 counters traded last week in terms of volume, it's also good to realize that one counter was in the negative. However, that all the other nine were positive, and we have Delta, FBC, Econet leading. FBC being the one in the negative, losing something around 2.4% over the week. So with Delta, Econet, both going up 25, 38% last week, it's quite something. It's a strong indication that I'll take it to be for a firm up of the market, and for us to expect other counters which is retraced to maybe come back. It may not be to our all-time highs, but to a little bit of growth for those who had invested in the tip. So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Even if you look at the year-to-date returns, they are somewhat now suppressed. I don't think these counters, in terms of hedge against inflation, right now, looking at their year-to-date right now, have done a good job. But that would be a different conversation 2 weeks from today going backwards, where these counters had done more than just hedging against inflation. So this retracement that happened, and it's probably important to notice that as this retracement happened, inflation was also peaking. So I think there is some adjustment needed for these companies to get back to the green territory.
Thank you, Rufaro, and thank you everyone for watching. That's all we had for Market Views this week. See you next week, and enjoy the rest of your week. Please share, like, and subscribe.
Thank you.
Thank you.